It's crazy because I just made videos a few days ago about me talking about the economy and how everybody seems to be struggling. But for some reason, when you look at Market Watch, Wall Street Journal, all of the, you look at the stock market and all the indexes, people think people think the economy is doing well. Politicians are saying the economy is doing well. Unemployment is great. Inflation is down, back down to 2%, whatever it is. And I'm looking around and I'm like, the math ain't mathing because I know what I feel. I know what I'm seeing. I know what my family and friends and all that are seeing. So I'm not really believing this stuff. I think the economy's not doing as well as we think it is. And then boom, look at the stock market right now. They Nobody really knows what's going on, but there's all kinds of indicators that show we're already in a recession. We may or may not be. We might be just dipping our toes in it, but in any case, you never really know until 8, 9 months after it's already happened. And by that time, most people who are trying to get ready and adjust the way that their finances are, it's already too late for them. This is why we tell our guys, man, to make sure your credit's good. Always be bankable. Have some, be liquid. So if you've been investing in the S&P 500, you're pretty liquid. If you've been investing in individual stocks, you're pretty liquid. You probably shouldn't be getting into growth stocks. You probably should be investing in good companies with good balance sheets, good income statements, good cash flow statements. Those companies do a lot better and perform a lot better when times like now occur. And when you already know what those companies look like, when they go on sale, you'll know. And then you go and then you double down on those when it makes sense to do. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm really making sure that I get a grip on my budget. Pie accounting, we teach how to budget, we give tools for budgeting, and that's part of the business model because our goal is to help people build wealth and increase their top line while saving as much money on their bottom line via taxes and tax strategy. So anyways, what I'm doing is I'm sitting down with the family this weekend. We're going to look at the budget, look at what we're spending on. It's going to be done on a spreadsheet. And then we're going to adjust. And we're going to do that. We're going to go hard for the next 90 days because we don't know. Nobody knows what's going to occur in the next 6 to 9 months. It's now that you start doing the work to prepare for that. You understand? It's not when, let's say there is a recession right now. You don't wait till everyone in the world knows to start making adjustments and getting ready. By then it's too late, and you're gonna miss the transfer of wealth. Happens every decade or so. I had a feeling, man. I'm telling you, it reminds me of the years before 2008, 2009, what was going on and what the sentiment was. Everybody had a feeling, but all the news, the headlines, all of the analysts, all of government was in denial and telling us different because they want to be able to control what's going on in the economy. Here's one of the issues that's also occurring that nobody's really talking about is because of interest rates, because of inflation, because of how everything got, so many people have been priced out, especially the next generation. That a lot of the next generation don't want to have kids. And so population might be something to be concerned of because our infrastructure is building for growth. What happens when we're building all this supplies and there's no demand for it because of what's been occurring the last 3 to 5 years has been inspiring people's decision making, whether they're having families, whether they're going and buying homes. And all of that is going to catch up and you're going to pay a price. So now all of a sudden, the Fed is willing to cut interest rates, and they're talking about cutting it 0.5%, and they're talking about cutting it 0.5%. But that's not gonna. I was under the impression that as soon as they started cutting rates again, people were gonna go running. Penny, please chill. People were gonna go running to go purchase a house. The thing is that if the VIX, if the fear index, if people are afraid of what's going on, of the economy and stuff, doesn't matter how low the interest rates get, people aren't going to purchase like we think. And so, Penny, come. And so, all of these developers, all of these homes that are going to be on the market here, there's not going to be any demand for it if the fear index is what I think it's going to be. And so they're going to lower interest rates, and prices might not skyrocket like I thought. They might stabilize a little bit more. You got to ask yourself, what are you going to do when those rates drop? and how much are they gonna drop? Are they gonna drop much of anything? But I got a feeling that if we're in a recession, they drop interest rates, people aren't going to be running to go buy houses because they're going to be afraid. And so that also gives an opportunity. I don't know what kind of opportunity. We'll see. But all I know is the only thing that you can control is how prepared you're going to be when that opportunity comes. How's your credit look? How much cash do you have? How liquid are you? How much access to capital do you have? Do you have lines of credits lined up? Do you have the proof of income, the 2 years of tax returns to be able to get the funding bro, if I could do 2008 all over again, whether it's real estate that's the opportunity or it's equities that's the opportunity, there's going to be opportunity. How prepared are you going to be? So for my barbers, man, make sure you're bankable. Make sure you're busting your ass right now. You're building your clientele because it's going to get harder to build clientele. If you can't build clientele right now, it's only going to get harder. If you can't keep your clients right now, it's only going to be harder. Right now is not the time to be raising your prices. Trust me, it's not the time to be raising your haircut prices. If you haven't done the work the past couple of years because you've been comfortable, it's going to get a lot harder. It's going to get real uncomfortable here soon. So that's just my warning to you guys, man. I hope you guys are preparing. I hope everybody's gonna be all right. Just keep an eye out for what's going on this economy. It's getting interesting.